Member for, Pitt Meadows, Maple Ridge.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I asked a question last Friday that echoed the sentiment of Canadians from coast to coast, and it's simply, when will we have a carbon tax election? It's not a platitude or a quip or a slogan that should be just brushed away, which the Liberals are doing. The carbon tax represents a societal and political flashpoint, and they really should be aware of this just looking at the polls, for example. But the Liberals, they've been married to it. It's full speed ahead, no matter their torpedoes. There's a more vulgar way of saying that, Madam Speaker, but I won't say that here. Yesterday, today, I don't know for how many more days, we've been discussing a motion of privilege about producing documentation. The Speaker of the House ordered the Liberal government to produce documentation that a committee requested, which is within their right. And what did they get? They just received, they received documentation, but it was blanked out and the information wasn't there. Hundreds of millions of dollars inappropriately going to members of the board who were Liberal appointees and obvious conflict of interest. And one in particular stands out in my mind, and that is the board member who runs Psycho Capital, received $250 million, $250 million. And who was a lobbyist for Psycho Capital that actually got elected? Well, none other than the Minister of the Environment and Climate Change. I said environment and climate change. 25 times he lobbied the Liberal government and the Prime Minister just the year before he got elected in 2019. Madam Speaker, we don't know the facts. Why are the Liberals hiding the facts, forcing us to debate hour after hour in the House when we should be doing other business? I'm thinking out loud. But is this whole obsession with the carbon tax really about getting Liberal insiders rich? You have to ask yourself that question. And I think Sustainable Development Technology Canada is an example that sounds the alarm. Madam Speaker, I have taught high school Canadian history in school, and I'm not aware of a more scandal-plagued government in Canadian history. Scandal after scandal, and it begins with the Prime Minister. While so many Liberals insiders are getting rich on taxpayer money, the people are getting poorer and poorer. In my riding and throughout the country, the response at the doors is the same. Canadians are having a hard time. And the carbon tax is adding to that pressure, making gas more expensive, groceries, housing, the cost of living.
Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister.